everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Natalie and my channel is all about luxury, vintage, fashion, and styling. So if you're interested in any of those, please consider hitting the subscribe button below. And today I'm going to be talking about my 5 top handbags to buy vintage. So as you know, I have been collecting vintage handbags for years now. I've owned a lot, I've sold a lot, and what I've kind of found is there's kind of 5 bags that I'd say are kind of my top recommendations when people ask me what bags to start looking into when they're getting interested in vintage or wanting to buy vintage. So I have narrowed down 5 that I think are really good investments. And in a sense, investments, I mean like bags that I feel like you could wear for years, that a lot of different people and their styles it would go with. So I'm not going in any like particular order here, but I'll just kind of talk about the pros and cons of each of them and why I think they are a good bag. And it kind of depends on your lifestyle, your personal style, your budget, because they're obviously all kind of different budgets too. So before I get started, any similar bags that I talk about, I will link down in the description box below. If I can find any amazing finds from places that I would normally shop from, I will link them down in the description box. I also have some of my favorite resellers and places that I like to purchase from down in the description box as well for you. Those are always down in my description boxes. Everything I'm wearing, that's always down there. So yeah, everything, you can just click the more and it'll expand the description box so you can get all the links there. And any of the videos that I have talking more in depth about these bags, I will also link down there as well. So let's get started. So the first bag is a vintage Bottega Hoba bag. So if you already have a new Bottega, I wouldn't necessarily say you need to go and buy the vintage one as well. But if it's a bag that you've been interested in a while and you weren't sure whether to buy a vintage or a new Jodi bag, I personally love the vintage version. I have videos comparing the two that I will link down below, like I said. But yeah, I love the vintage one. So the vintage differences are the intrecciato is a smaller weave than on the newer Jodi bags. There's different sizes of this as well, just like the new Jodi. So you just kind of have to look at the measurements when you are. This is kind of like the medium size. There is one that's larger than this in the vintage version as well. But these are still relatively reasonably priced. They have gone up over the years with Bottega's increase in popularity, but you can still find pretty good deals. Most of them are usually under $1,000. And I just think it's like a gorgeous bag. Bottega leather is gorgeous. Over time, it just gets more smooshy and beautiful. So I think that the vintage ones, they're already like worn in and loved. They're so nice. So I would recommend one of these bags. I just think it's like a perfect everyday size, easy to get in and out of. It's pretty lightweight for what it is. Yeah, I just have no complaints. I think it's a really beautiful bag and just has a lot of character when you buy it vintage versus new. The second bag I recommend getting vintage is, of course, the iconic vintage Fendi baguette bag. So Sex and the City made this bag so iconic back in the day, and I still love it. And I love the vintage ones. I mean, there's slightly differences with the new ones, so the strap's different on most of them, but there's just so much character with the vintage one. I've had a few different versions, also like smaller versions of the baguettes too. So again, just beware of like the sizing, look at the measurements when you're looking to purchase a vintage bag. I've actually found one almost identical to this. I mean, it's the same exact pattern. It's just a little bit of a smaller size. So if it's still available, I will link it down below. But yeah, I just love the vintage Fendi baguettes. I just think they add something so cool to a look. They're a very cool girl bag. They never go out of style. They're just an ultimate classic. And I always love going a little bit interesting with these. So the cool like patterns, colors, the embellished ones. I just think if you're gonna go for this vintage bag, like just go ultimate Sex and the City, fabulous, like embellished versions. I just think those are the fun ones to do. But the classic ones are also beautiful, timeless. Like you can't go wrong with a Fendi baguette. So the third bag on my list is a Chanel vintage classic bag. Now, there's different sizes that you could do, and I personally just have the mini version. I love the mini, especially the square mini size. So in this vintage version, they don't make new ones this size anymore. It fits a ton for its mini size. I think that the shape helps versus the newer ones that are like a little bit more of like a rectangle. They have square ones too, but they're smaller than this. So I love them. The lambskin is so beautiful, buttery soft. The 24 karat gold plated hardware, which you know you cannot get on the new bags anymore. I just think it's a perfect bag. I wear this bag all the time still. for going out for evenings. It's just a gorgeous bag. You can wear it on the shoulder, crossbody, because the strap's long enough for both. You can also like clip the strap on the inside and kind of like make it into a makeshift top handle bag like this. You can tuck the strap in and just wear it as a clutch. It's super versatile. It's just a timeless bag. It'll never go out of style again. It's just beautiful and like something that's just the ultimate collector's bag if you are a lover of vintage. So the next bag I'd recommend getting in your vintage collection kind of goes along the lines with the last one I was just talking about. So instead of a vintage classic flap, you could either do like either or of these categories, or if you're looking to do both, I would say beyond getting like multiple classic sizes, I would get like a classic, and then I would get something fun and funky. I have a ton of different options as far as those types. I mean, that's my passion, to collect the vintage Chanel bags. As you guys know, I really need to do an updated bag collection. That is on my list of to-dos. But yeah, just something, and not necessarily this exact bag, but just a like fun vintage Chanel bag. I think a camera bag is a great way to go. They're functional, they carry a lot, they come in a ton of different colors and patterns. Like this is a satin, but they have them in leather, they have them in suede. There's a ton of different versions. So there's kind of like something for everyone. And I think the little tassel details that they have on them is really fun. They usually have cool chains. It's very iconic Chanel, but they're usually a lot more reasonably priced than the classics. So if you're looking to do a vintage Chanel bag, but you don't necessarily have the budget for one of like the classics, I think that a camera style bag is a great way to go to get something that's Chanel, vintage, still amazing quality, because again, the 24 karat gold plated hardware, the details on them are just so much better. So this would be the next bag that I would recommend. Now, if you're a true vintage bag collector and you're looking to add something really special to your collection, I always recommend the vintage Kelly box leather bags. So I just feel like these are so iconic, so classic. The box leather is just like instantly you think, oh my gosh, a vintage. It's so unique. It's gorgeous. The box leather is so beautiful. I always get questions on this bag. The market now is a lot crazier than it used to be for these bags now that they've just become so popular, especially the last couple years. I just feel like the market for the vintage ones has gone crazy. So you're not necessarily gonna find a great deal on these bags, but they are beautiful. If you're a collector, you want a piece of history, I'd say that one of these bags is the way to go. I have a whole dedicated video I made a while ago about this bag. I will link down below if you want like more details on this. But yeah, it's just a gorgeous bag. I just think you can't go wrong if you are a super collector of handbags. Now, if you're just like a so-so collector and you're looking for more vintage bags, but you want more day-to-day use out of, I would not say I personally use this bag day-to-day. I kind of use it sporadically, you know, when I'm thinking about it. It's just like a little bit more of a deal to carry than like some of the other bags. So I'd say like of the other bags I showed, I'd probably use this one the least of them. Maybe not everyone would say that, but that's just like my opinion. I would never get rid of this. I love it. It's like a dream bag to have in my collection. I'm so happy I have it, but I wouldn't necessarily say, you know, you have to have this bag in your collection. You'd use it all the time, every day. Oh my gosh. Like personally, I don't think a Kelly is like an everyday bag for my life and my lifestyle. But as far as collecting bags or looking to invest in vintage handbags, you definitely can't go wrong with the classic vintage Kelly. And mine is a size 28 for reference. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like. Comment below if you have any questions for me. I'll be sure to respond. If you head over to my Instagram and my TikTok, I have a ton more handbag content there. You can see me style these in my daily outfits, mini reviews, all the good stuff. I also, when I come across amazing handbag finds, I usually pop them in my Instagram stories so you guys can be first to purchase if there's an amazing one. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already. And until next time, take care. Bye.